All right, welcome to this week's Peyton Suds report. We're actually filming on Monday the 17th instead of Sunday night since today's an off day for the Brewers anyway. Peyton.
Welcome back. And it was another tough week for the Brewers, but they ended it with a nail biter of a win yesterday going into this off day.
All right, we're going to start out with a Wisconsin connection,
Yeah.
a Major League Baseball player that is from the state of Wisconsin. Go ahead, Peyton.
This is Garrett Kelenic, and as you can see, he plays for the Mariners, and he was drafted in 2018, but just 6 months later, he was uh, traded to the Mariners from the Mets. And if you are a big baseball fan like I am, you know that was just a total raffle of a trade.
It didn't work out well for the Mets.
Not at all.
And how is he doing and where is he from?
He's from Waukesha, and he didn't go to college. He got drafted right out of high school.
6th overall, did you say?
Yeah. And this Thursday, in his major league debut, he went 3 for 4, including his first major league hit was a home run. So I would say he's settling in quite nicely.
Okay, so the Brewers finally had off on Monday the 10th
Yeah.
after 17 straight games.
Yeah.
Tuesday, May 11th, Cardinals 6, Brewers 1.
Yeah.
Boxberger was pitching, and Peralta, he came in after Peralta.
Yeah, right.
So what about that game?
Yeah, I felt so bad for Peralta because he was phenomenal that night using his fastball and slider, and he was keeping the Cardinals totally off balance, and he gave up 1 hit in 7 innings, and he obviously deserved to win, but it went into extra innings, and Brad Boxberger, who has had just a great start to the season, gave up 5 runs in the top of 11th, which you're going to have those outings, season.
In the course of a season,
Yeah.
Wednesday, May 12th, Brewers 4, Cardinals 1.
Yes. But yeah, Brandon, again, two back-to-back just phenomenal starts. This time, Woodruff went 7 and 2/3 innings and struck out 10. And his only one that he gave up was on a good inside pitch that you just have to tip your cap to the hitter. He hit a home run. But later in the game, Avisail Garcia came up with a winning hit, and it was a booming 440-foot home run.
All right.
Blast.
Yeah, so then Thursday, closing out the series with the Cardinals.
Mm.
Cardinals 2, Brewers nothing. People might know the name around the country now, Corbin Burns.
Yeah, I would first like to shout out my sister Olivia because that game, for some odd reason, it was on YouTube. It wasn't on the normal channel that we're on, and Olivia found it and was able to bring it up on the TV. So without her, we couldn't have witnessed history.
Yeah. And what was that history?
Corbin Burns struck out 9. He had 49 strikeouts and no walks, and he got 2 to tie the all-time record without giving up a walk. And then he added on to that with 7 more strikeouts. So it was he struck out 58 without giving up a walk, which he eventually did later in the game.
That's amazing. 58 strikeouts, no walks. He ended up walking a batter, I think you said, right?
Yeah, it was very. Come on, Corbin Burns.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk too much about it, but it seems the hitting. The Brewers always had 1 or 2 guys on base the whole week.
Yeah, that Thursday game that Corbin Burns started, they had 3 lead-off doubles in the game, and they just stood at second for the
Yeah.
remainder of the inning.
One hit and one walk per inning, I think, is how it went.
Yeah,
It seemed like anyway.
right.
Friday, this weekend series was against the Braves. Friday, the 14th. Braves 6, Brewers 3. Manny Pena went 2 for 3.
Yeah,
Adrian Hauser pitched only 3 innings.
kind of the same story with Brad Boxberger. You are gonna have those types of starts, and Hauser walked 5 in a game, which is just totally unlike him. And then Pena and had 2 hits, you said, including a home run, and Julius hit a home run, but it was too bad that those 2 home runs came in that 9th inning.
Yeah, and of course they were both solo home runs.
Yes, right.
No one on base. So Saturday, Braves 5, Brewers 1. Ian Anderson of the Braves had a no-hitter going into the 7th.
Yep.
Right? Go ahead.
Yep. Vogelback finally in the bottom of the 7th broke the no-hit bid. And then Brett Anderson started, and it was only his second start off the injured list, and he got hit by a ball in the leg, but they didn't say anything about it, so I'm thinking he's okay.
Yeah. Vogelback hits a hit, and boy, is he a speed demon on the bases, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he was going to stretch it into a double, but no, not in that situation, I guess.
Yesterday, crazy game.
It was
I don't even know how to start talking about
a
it.
roller coaster.
Brewers 10, Braves 9. Go ahead.
It was a nice, comfortable lead going into the 7th inning. It was 8-0. The offense finally, after so long, finally broke through. Freddie Peralta was pitching lights out again.
Slider Freddie went in. Was it 6 complete or 7 complete?
Yes, 6.
6 complete shutout. It was 8-0.
Yeah, combined, Freddie Peralta went 13 innings this week and gave up nothing, no runs.
Yeah, and then it was 8-0 in the 6th inning when he left, and the 7th inning was what?
8-7 by the end. No, it was 10-7 by the end of the 7th.
7th inning, yeah. And the Brewers got
2.
Urias had some trouble at short.
Yeah.
And Colton Wong had unlike him, had an error.
Yeah, 2 gold gloves back to back, so that was a shooting star moment.
All right, now we're going to go into 2 for 1, which is highlighting 2 players. The first one you picked was Omar Narvaez.
Yeah, last season he made some just huge strides defensively because he was always known as an offensive catcher, so he had a great season defensively, but offensively it was just a horrendous season. But he obviously, I don't know what he did, but during the off season, but he's come back and he's by far, without Yelich in the lineup, by far been the best hitter.
Yeah, I think he's batting 359, 360.
Yeah, as of today.
All right, it's nice to have him back. Freddie Peralta is your pitcher you're highlighting. You kind of mentioned him.
Yeah, like I said, he pitched 13 innings this week and gave up no earned runs, and I think just 3 hits. He gave up 1 against the Cardinals and 2 against the Braves, and overall his score streak is up to 16 innings.
Okay. Next, we had 2 people write in on Facebook for questions.
Yep.
The first one is the famous, very famous teacher from Dubuque, Sageville Elementary, Billy Mott.
Yeah, I was completely honored by just receiving a question by such a awesome teacher.
Yeah, it's an honor. So his question, what is your 5 favorite stadiums that the Brewers play away in?
Well, Fenway Park is number one.
When they do inter-league play.
Yeah, I just I mean, you just think of all the great players that have played there, and it's just such a just intimate ballpark.
Yeah, historic. It's the oldest ballpark in
Yeah,
baseball.
history.
And
Yeah.
besides Fenway, what else you got?
PNC Park in Pittsburgh. I think that's recognized as one of the top ballparks, and I'm fascinated by Roberto Clemente, by just his career and how he died, and
Yeah.
then they have a museum right next to the ballpark, I think, and then they also have a bridge going to called the Roberto Clemente Bridge.
Okay, that's two. You have three more.
Yeah, Petco Park in San Diego. I especially like the out in left field. They have a building. I think it It looks like a factory building.
Yeah, historical brick building, right?
Yeah, so that's just an awesome touch.
And then that's three. What two other ones?
Oddly enough, it's Kauffman. The next one is Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, where the Brewers are gonna go, and it just looks beautiful. And I especially like they have waterfalls, and I think it's left field, center field.
And I know tied for fifth, you were either gonna say Baltimore or the Giants. Which one do you want to talk about?
I think with Giants, it's another. Now it's called Oracle Park. It used to for years be called AT&T Park, but now it's Oracle Park.
I did not know that.
And it's beautiful, and with McCovey Cove out in left field, maybe
right field.
Field. Maybe we would have to go in a boat in case there's a fly ball.
Get a home run from Vogelbach or something.
Yeah.
And then I know you did like Baltimore a little bit.
Honorable mention.
Yep. Nick Wood, who resides in Dubuque.
Yep.
Said that the Brewers re-signed an old friend, Hernan Perez, to a minor league deal. Played for the Brewers for several years.
Yeah, yep.
Will they call him up with all the injuries?
Yeah, well, speaking of Hernan Perez, here's his baseball card that I got from Mr. Fleming, my former teacher at senior. And, to me, it was a depth move, especially with all the injuries they've had. He plays 8 of the 9 positions he has throughout his career, so you can never have, enough depth. And when he was with the Brewers, he was a good player, so I think if he's needed, you can count on him to come up and do well.
Yeah, infield, outfield. He pitched a few times.
Yes.
When it was a lopsided victory, the only position he didn't play is what?
Catcher.
Yeah, he played 8 positions in 1 year, I believe.
Yeah, right.
The upcoming schedule, we have off today, the 17th. Quick 2-game series you mentioned in Kansas City with Woodruff and Burns pitching.
Yeah, I feel great about having those two guys pitching, and Woodruff, both of them have pitched just phenomenally, so hopefully they can keep it up.
Yeah, they're lights out, right?
It's got to be nice for them too, because they're going to be pitching in a pitcher's ballpark instead of American Family Field.
Is that considered a pitcher's ballpark?
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
All right, then they're off again on Thursday, which will be nice with the injuries.
Yeah.
Hopefully
right.
Mr. Yelich can join us.
Yep. And
sometime.
Speaking of Yelich, I also have a bobblehead, Christian Yelich bobblehead.
Yeah, where's he playing now?
He's playing in Nashville. Those Nashville fans are gotta be so happy that they have him, Gila, and a few other like major league players.
Next weekend, they stay on the road from Kansas City and they go to Cincinnati to play the Reds Friday through Sunday. Adrian Hauser, Brett Anderson, and then Slider Peralta.
Yes, right. Like I mentioned, Hauser and Anderson had subpar starts, so hopefully they can turn the ship around and, have a quality starts, and then hopefully Freddie can just keep it going, ride the wave.
All right, one last thing. We had to update the standings.
Yes.
Because the Cardinals
got swept by the Padres.
Did they this weekend?
Yeah.
So there's the new updated. Well, those are old. You're going to have to update them yourself.
Yeah. The Cardinals are still in first. And the Brewers are in second place by 2 games because, like I said, the Cardinals lost last night. And the Cincinnati Reds are 3.5 games back. And the Chicago Cubs are in fourth, and they're 3 games back. Them and the Reds are tied. And then Pittsburgh Pirates are bringing up the rear, and they're 5.5 games back.
All right, so that's about it for this week's Suds report. Any last minute comments, Peyton?
Just see you again next week, and hopefully I can talk about a much more better week for the Brewers. So come back next week.
All right, the mouse isn't working, so I'm going to tap the power button, and we'll see you next week, right?
Yeah.